Greetings Opals users. In this tutorial, I'd like to illustrate how you can import a CSV file of equipment into your equipment module of Opals. Before I continue, I'd like to mention that if you need tech support, please call 877-331-1022 and ask for tech support, or email support@opalsinfo.net. Before I actually go into doing an import, I'd like to show you what a typical CSV file looks like. Here's a typical CSV file, and please note that every piece of data, the barcode, a serial number, the model, has to have its own column. You can't combine columns. You can't have a serial number and a model number on one column. Also, in this particular file, the site is using a barcode on the piece of equipment, and they have a serial number. If you like, you can use the serial number to be both the barcode and the serial number itself. It's really your call. It depends on how your serial numbers are. If you have an asset tag that's permanent on the piece of equipment that has a barcode on it, that works perfectly fine. And again, it's nice to have something to scan, so if you're lending out a great deal of equipment, you don't have to type in the numbers. It's best to have a barcode, and if you need help in printing barcodes, we can assist with that as well. So we have a barcode, a serial number, model, manufacturer, cost, and there could be other fields that I'll mention when I actually do the import of this file. Now we'll do the import. I'm going to the Equipment tab, and I will go down to Reports and Tools. I will go down on the Tools menu to the Import CSV Records, and I'm going to choose a file. I'm going to choose the same file we just looked at. Now, this is important. I'm going to choose No Merge. That imports each CSV line of equipment as a record and holding in and of itself. Unlike a library catalog where you have a book where there's a MARC record / bibliographic record and numerous holdings under the umbrella of the bibliographic record, we advise in the equipment module to add each line of equipment as its own, unlike the standard copies under a MARC record, a bib record, in a regular library catalog. So you'll want to choose No Merge, and this is again telling us what it's going to do. Now I'm going to click Upload. And this is where the mapping takes place. The equipment name, well, they gave me, I could put the manufacturer there, the model number there. And by the way, you can specify to whoever can supply the file what you would like. So the manufacturer, I'm going to choose the manufacturer. The model number, I will choose model number. And you'll see that you can have general notes, warranty notes, general accessory notes, which all would be a separate column on the CSV file. Manufacturer's URL, supplier URL, online manual. I very rarely see these, but that doesn't mean you can't have them. Now the barcode. I'm going to choose barcode, but as I mentioned earlier, if you'd like, you can use the serial number as a barcode as well. I'm going to choose barcode. The item type. I am going to choose equipment. However, I'd like to show you something else before I choose equipment. So thus far, I've put in a model name, or a model under equipment name, the manufacturer under manufacturer, and you do all this on the right side. The model is here. And once again, I'll just point out that you can ask whoever supplies you if they can provide these kinds of details, general, warranty notes, and the like. I don't see it very often. Okay, I'm using the barcode in this case as opposed to the serial number, but the serial number is all right. Now, under item type, if you'd like a very granular approach to your equipment, you'll see that I have equipment, which would be a general item type. I have Chromebook, I have chargers, you could have iPads. You could have each piece or type of equipment as its own item type if you'd like to get that granular for statistic and just general management. So I'm going to choose Chromebook as my item type. I'll choose the serial number. And as I mentioned while we were looking at the CSV file, you can have a PO number. I do have a price, so I'll put it in. They called it cost, but that's the price. And you can have an IP address, a cart number, a slot number in the cart, accessories, a funding source. So if these Chromebooks were purchased with a certain funding code for your library, that can be set up as well. A district code, a building code, location and building. Date acquired, district inventory number, status, machine name, vendor name, assigned first person, first name, and last. For example, if these Chromebooks were all going to teachers, I could put a column with the first name, and again, don't combine columns, a first name with the first name of a teacher or a person in your establishment, whether it's a church, public, etc. type of library, and I can put another column with the last name. And the item designation, I don't have a designation, but I could even be more granular by putting in an item designation. So far, and also on the far right, we have a building name, address, city, state, and country. I've never seen those filled in, but that doesn't mean you can't do it. So I've taken all the data that this file had and have mapped it out. And now I'm going to the very bottom and I'm going to click Map. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to go to the bottom and you'll see there's going to be 998 pieces. There's not going to be any merge because I clicked No Merge up here. And they're uploaded. I just simply have to click Accept. So you'll see now that it's been accepted. I will wait a moment, and in a few minutes it'll be indexed and done. Now you'll see that the file of 998 pieces of equipment is in the indexing mode, and in just a few minutes it'll be done. The file of 998 Chromebooks is finished under the status column. It's done. So now I'd like to show you how we can see that in the new acquisitions list. So to see the acquisitions list, go to Equipment, go down to Reports and Tools. You're seeing it behind my menus. And go over, so Equipments, Reports and Tools. On the Item Stats Reports, click Item Acquisitions. And I'm going to do a date range. You can always put in date ranges as you like. I'm just going to step back a day and move forward a day. And I'm going to click Create Report. And you'll see that the report is up. I have 998 items. And as we go down, we can see the manufacturer, the model, the barcode, the acquisitions date.